Good morning, everyone, and it's Julie, and it is Monday morning. I had to think about that. I'm feeling tons better today, so I can't believe how ill I felt on Friday compared to how I'm feeling at the moment. So I'm feeling much better, so hopefully, fingers crossed, by tomorrow, which is Tuesday morning, I should be back to doing a 7 a.m. Live. But obviously then it'll be on Facebook group, and also it'll be recorded, so you can always catch up later, because I appreciate 7 o'clock is quite early. So hopefully you've been doing well with your last few days. Today I'm going to make it a little bit different, because we've done lots of calming breaths for the last few times. We've done lots of sort of breath retention, so we've been breathing in, holding a breath, and then breathing out. So what we're going to do now, we're going to sort of step it up a little bit more. So we're going to do something called Pratoloma breathing today. Now, Pratoloma basically means against the grain, or against the hair, against the grain. So what we're trying to do with this one is almost, we're closing off the nostrils a bit. So when we do that in breath, we're actually forcing the air in a little bit more. So I know we talked about it a little bit at the start. Basically, when you're breathing, your diaphragm contracts. So when it contracts, it lowers. It's like a little umbrella. So that contracts. The muscle it's a muscle. It gets tighter. And what happens is your air is pulled into your lungs because it creates a vacuum. And then when you release that breath, when you relax your diaphragm, then the air is forced back out again. So what we're going to do with this one, we're actually going to restrict the not restrict the airflow in, but we are going to restrict the airflow in. So what we're going to do is very gently close up the nostrils by about sort of like 50%. So the breath in is going to be a little bit more hard to do than the breath out. Now what this does, it really helps increase your lung capacity. It helps strengthen the diaphragm, because again, the diaphragm, it's a muscle, so the more exercise you get, the better. It helps improve your energy levels as well and your lung capacity, so it really is good for a lot of different things. It's also really good for things like heartburn and acid reflux as well. So if you ever get that, because we're working around this diaphragm area, it's really good for helping with that, and so it helps improve digestion as well. So it's a little bit tricky to get your head round. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a breath in, like we have been doing, but we're going to have it restricted a little bit through the nostrils. And then what we're going to do is we're going to breathe back out again, and then we're going to try it with a retention as well if you wanted to. Okay, so we're going to use your thumb to close up your right hand thumb to close up your right nostril, and then you can use your ring finger or your middle finger to close up your left nostril a little bit. So we're not closing it, pinching it tight, just closing them very gently, so you've got a little bit of pressure on it. So we're just closing up the nostrils. You know what it's like when you've got a really bad cold and you can't breathe? It's a bit like that, to be fair, as I know for myself. So again, nice and comfortable. You need to be upright for this one again, so make sure that you've got that pelvic tilt, so your bum's sticking out a little bit, so it allows you to drop the shoulders down, so we're not in this hunched position, because we're closing up the lungs if we do that. And what you can do as well is support your right arm with your hand if you need to, or if you're sitting down, you can use your elbow onto your thigh. So we're just going to close up the nostrils a little bit. Now you will find that when you're trying to take a breath in, it will feel a little bit more, it'll be harder to do. So we're going to just do a count of 4 in, and then we're going to do release the nose and then breathe out for a count of 8. So we're using a different ratio for the breathing in and the breathing out, but we're going to have a little bit more of a forced breathing in. Okay, I hope that makes sense. It does to me. So just close up the nostrils a little bit. So the main thing is try not to panic too much, because you will find you need to adjust the nostrils just enough so you can breathe in. You put a little bit more pressure, but you should put a little bit more. You'll find that the pressure is more down here as you're trying to breathe in, because you'll find it forcing a little bit more. So just close up the nostrils enough. So just empty your lungs first, so let everything release. Just pinch the nostrils a little bit and try breathing in for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then let the nostrils go, and then breathe out slowly for a count of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's take another breath. Just let your breath come back to normal. Okay, so let's try that one again. So we're going to do it about 3 or 4 rounds. The main thing with any of this breathing is really doing about 10 rounds of it, or maybe about 5-10 minutes, but obviously try to do it to whatever feels comfortable. Okay, so pinch the nostrils. If you do need to stop after one breath, just feel free to do so. Okay, so pinch the nostrils a little bit, breathing in for 4, Release the nostrils, breathe out for 8. Breathing back in, pinch those nostrils. Dad, I did an 8 there actually. I got carried away. Let's do that one again. Start again. Sorry. I breathe faster. I breathe slower than most people. So let's start that one again. Sorry. I probably need to re-record this, don't I? So, okay, start again. So empty your lungs first. Okay, so pinch the nostrils. So breathing in for 4. Release, breathe out for 8. Pinch the nostrils, breathe in for 4. Release, out for 8. Back in for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Release. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pinch the nostrils. 2, 3, 4, and release. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. In, release. Sorry, in pinch. 2, 3, 4. Release. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just let your breath come back to normal. Make sure you've got a tissue handy as well. Wipe your nose. So it's a little bit more tricky to do that one, and obviously each different types of breath work does different things. So obviously some breath work suits some people better than others. I mean, this is a calming one. Again, we're still doing the out breath longer than the in breath, but we put a little bit more of a challenge on it because we are using this diaphragm area to bring more of a breath in and breath out. Now, if you want to go a little bit further on, what we can do is we can breathe in for the count of 4, and then we can hold that breath for a count of 4, and then we can breathe out for a count of 8, or you can hold the breath for 6 maybe. So we've got 4, 6, and then 8 for the out breath. We'll try that one now if you want to give it a go. So again, relax the muscles, make sure you're nice and upright. Support your elbow if you need to. Just empty your lungs completely. So pinch that nostril. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now close the nostrils up. We're going to count for 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then release the nostrils, breathing out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slightly pinch the nostrils, breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Close the nostrils, the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and release. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Half pinch the nostrils, breathing in. 2, 3, 4. Close. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and release for 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll do one more time. Half close. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fully closed. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and release for 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just let your breath come back to normal. So again, this is a really beautiful practice to do because it really does calm down the nervous system. It does take a little bit of practice with the sort of like getting the closure of the nostrils right, but the main thing is don't panic about it. Don't overclose them, but you need to have that little bit of pressure onto the diaphragm because it's with the diaphragm area that we're actually working with. So I will see you guys tomorrow, fingers crossed, at 7 o'clock in the morning. Obviously, if you're not able to do 7 o'clock in the morning, that's fine. It will be recorded. It'll be on the Facebook group as well. And yeah, good luck with that one. Any questions, give me a shout. Take care. Bye.